Hello, the Thriving Marriage family. Heather Choate here, and my little cuddle buddy is joining us. Someone just got up from a nap and needs a little extra snuggling, so she's going to be here too. I hope that you're doing well. How is the summer going? How are you doing in your marriages? Are things progressing? I hope so with all of my heart that that is the case for you guys. I was just talking with my team, and we were talking about how within the last like 8 weeks, 8.5 weeks, we've had the privilege of speaking to over 150 people about their marriages. And I see some of you are watching, so hi, how's it going? Go ahead, leave me a comment, let me know you're there. It feels a little lonely on the side if I feel like I'm just talking to my webcam, even though I've got this one here. So go ahead and let me know that you're on. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, we've had the privilege of speaking to over 150 people about their marriages in the last 8 weeks, 8.5 weeks. And we are noticing a couple really important but a little bit startling trends. And one of the most consistent trends is that the people that we speak to often have spent years and years in therapy or traditional counseling, going to see a pastor about their marriage, but with almost like without like exception, these people are expressing to us that it wasn't enough to save their marriage. And so that just got us really thinking, that got me really thinking, why is that? Why is it that these methods really aren't working for these people? And we are noticing some commonalities again between them. I know it's not across the board. I'm not saying anything like that. However, I want you to know what to look for when you are looking for help to save your marriage. There are a couple red flags, and then there are a couple of things that you want to make sure are absolutely in place to get you the help that you need. Your marriage is so important. It affects everything in your life, right? And because of that, it is of utmost importance that you get the right help and you get it fast. If things are really deteriorating quickly, if you're on the verge of divorce, if you're just feeling unhappy, wondering what happened to your relationship, then taking immediate action is necessary to save your marriage and to have the happy, thriving relationship that you want and the kind of relationship that will bless your children and your lives for years and years to come. So here are a couple flags of what to look out for when you're getting help from your marriage. Okay, the first one that we hear very, very often, and these are from people that we've talked to, okay? They talk to you or at you instead of actually listening to you. Hey, Macy, how's it going? Oh, thanks. Yes, she's adorable. Thank you. Nice to see you, Macy. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions at any time, go ahead and let me know. So is this person that's helping you, are they talking at you? Are they really listening to you? So many times we hear that, I'm going to this therapist or I'm going to this counselor or, my religious leader. Yeah, thanks, Macy. And that they're just kind of talking at you. They're not actually listening to you. They're not really getting into diving deep into understanding exactly what the issues are going on there. Okay, second red flag. They keep wanting you to hash out the past over and over again. And this is a big red flag to us because while, past issues and everything need to be addressed, sometimes the reason that they're doing this is because they want a paycheck. I know that sounds a little harsh, and I know that's not true across the board, but we are getting feedback from some people that this is the case, that it seems like their counselor or whoever's helping them is kind of stringing them along. And the truth is that once you leave, so does their paycheck. So make sure that they're not just keeping you dwelling on the past. The method that we implement and we have found very effective is completely opposite of that model. And we don't spend, years and years hashing out the past. In fact, it's a complete myth that it takes years of therapy to save your marriage. We turn marriages around, and we've seen them turn around in a very quick amount of time, within like 8 to 12 weeks, from literally divorce papers in hand. Yeah. The couples are separated to now they're thriving. Marriage rings back on the fingers, divorce papers, destroyed, and they're back home and they're living together and they're thriving. So it absolutely can happen a lot faster than that. Third red flag is that they don't understand what it really takes to change, because often they're treating the symptoms of the problem rather than the root of the problem. And I'll just give a little bit of an example of this. This is actually a really, really common one. Because they don't have like a really guided system to take you from one point to the next point to the next point, they listen to, you know, what you're presenting to their as the problems, and they take those problems and start immediately addressing those. And the red flag about that is that if you're addressing the symptoms, you're not getting to the root of what caused those symptoms. And now a little case study that about one of our clients was that they had been in counseling, traditional counseling, for 20 years. Literally like 20 years. And this isn't uncommon for us when we're talking with couples, for them to be in 20 years or more of therapy, but not getting the results that they want. And one of the problems with this individual in particular was that they were constantly addressing the symptoms, addictive behavior, anger management, just surface level communication. And they never really went deep enough to get to the real root of the problem. So when you're getting help for your marriage, make sure you're not just addressing the symptoms. That can make you feel like you're getting progress. But the thing is that those symptoms are going to come back unless you really get to the root of why they're there in the first place. So that is the next red flag. The fifth red flag is that some people actually, this is one that we've heard, is that they have a really low success rate, but they proclaim themselves to be an expert, with a certificate, with a degree. And this goes right along with the red flag here, is that they don't actually live what they teach. And when you actually get to know that person in their own life, you wouldn't want their life anymore than the one that you have, right? And so just because they have a certificate or a degree, that while that is valuable, and I'm not, disregarding that in any way, the problem is if you hide behind that and use that kind of as a facade to say, oh, look at me, I have all this, all these acclamations, but in my own personal life, I haven't applied the things that I'm actually teaching you. So you want to make sure that you are aware of that. Try to get to know the person, understand not just what their degrees or certificates or background is, but are they actually living a life that you would want to live? Are they someone that you want to model? Are they someone that you can follow? Are you someone that like your heart just sings when you think about, having what they have and the relationship that they have? So be really careful of that. And then there's a statistic that's current. You can look this up. In fact, I'll post a link if you want. But 67% of couples that go to marriage counseling still end up getting divorced. So that's a really, really low success rate. And again, that's why I'm encouraging you. We feel concerned that people aren't getting the right help about very important and serious issues, right? So make sure you're getting the right help. Don't be one of those people that has that low success rate. Make sure you're getting the right help now. Okay, so now on the flip side, to the positive, happy side, huh? Yeah, we like that side. Okay, so here are some things that I would encourage you to look for, things that the person must have to help you save your marriage, okay? So someone who understands those core issues in the marriage, and they address those and not just the symptoms. They go down deep to the root issues of what is going on. I've said it before on live streams here and in posts, but we often talk to people that have had an affair or an infidelity, and those are always the surface level issues. The root issues go much deeper into what led that to happen, right? So you want someone who doesn't mess around with the fluff, doesn't just address one little branch of the relationship, that say it's communication or say it's an addictive behavior. That would be a branch. We want to go down deep and figure out what is the root. When you can fix the root, then the rest of the marriage, I like to describe it as like a tree. The rest of the tree will flourish and it will be strong. Next, you want someone who is living proof of what they teach. They walk the walk, right? They have integrity. They are someone that you want to model. They are someone that inspires you because they are true to the core about what they teach. They personally have a marriage that is strong and thriving. They have great communication skills with their spouse. They have a loving, passionate, connected, trustful, and intimate relationship, right? Themselves. If they're not living it themselves, then be careful. No, we don't have to be perfect, but you want to model someone that is where you would like to be. All right, next. Someone who listens to you, and when they speak to you, it's like they understand what's going on even better than you do. They are listening so keenly to you, and they understand at such like a core visceral level that you feel completely understood, and that gives you a sense of ease, a sense of calm working with them. You know that whenever you speak, do you want to go play? They are right there with you, understanding you, and seeking to have that understanding. That's very important, to feel like you have a safe environment to open up, to share, and to really get the right help that you need. Okay. Again, someone who wants you to graduate from their program, because this will mean that the real and lasting change has occurred, right? They celebrate the fact that you no longer need them, right? It's like kicking that baby bird out of the nest. It's like, I've taught you and I'm ready to let you go. You're ready to fly on your own. And they celebrate your wins and your successes. And then someone who understands the urgency of the situation you are in, okay? And they now I'm getting all lost in where I was. Your little bird flapping was making me lose my place. But basically, someone that knows how to get right to the sources of the pain, right to the real root sources of what's going on, and work on those quickly. So you get relief quickly. You get results quickly. You can lie down in bed at night tonight for the first time and breathe easy, right? You have that sense of just relief and release and hope and encouragement, and you just know that things are going to work out. So if you have any questions about this, then let me know. And if you would like to learn more, how to get the right help, what to do in your specific situation, what kind of challenges you are facing. If you want to learn the 5 pillars that our clients use to save their marriage, then go ahead and type a yes in the comments, and then I will send you over any kind of information to help you with that. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you are all thriving and happy in your marriages. We will see you next time.